Alright, so this is my project terrain generator, and I'm going to be showing it off here. Okay, so first thing you'll see is there's several different types of views: two-dimensional, texture, height map, and 3D. 3D view is obviously the thing we'll be focusing on. Different types of terrain. A few of these have not been maintained, namely Archipelago and Maze. The rest of these will all generate nice little height maps, and it's pretty damn fast at it. Obviously that's just a desert, that's nothing. Generate dunes, mountains, hills, rocky hills. You'll notice that there is water. It's just a flat plane at the moment. I did not create a water rendering system yet. Alright, so very fast. Alright, so test is the world generator. This actually generates multiple biomes and very loosely blends them together. It's only very basically mixing them right now. This is still very much under development, especially the infinite terrain part, because I had to disable that for the test. Anyway, currently I have it set up so that the character or camera follows the terrain as though you're walking on it. So, yep. And this is all generated dynamically as soon as you press the button. Like, this world came to be in about 0.2 seconds. This is all one mesh mixed together from different arrays. It is a bunch of, it's one big one-dimensional array emulating a series of two-dimensional arrays. So it's effectively a 4D array. I'll hit the show array button so that you can see the complexity of the terrain, which of course will take a little while because it's generating a very fancy, yeah. Alright, so, yeah, that's a lot of datas. A hell of a lot of datas. And it can do that in a couple seconds. It is easily fast enough to do this stuff in real time. I just haven't finished working out the code for it yet. Now, the real measure of how fast, and actually I should make this big. What the hell am I doing? Here, I apologize. The real impressive measure of how fast this is comes with the dynamically modifiable terrain. If I can remember what keys I assigned it to. This shows the target position where you're pointing at, the coordinates and all that. O does the same before where you're standing. I'm gonna actually just look at what the fucking buttons I assigned are, because I don't remember. That was one of the last things that I added. WSAD, blah blah blah. Oh, it's page up and page down. Of course I couldn't remember it if it's page up and page down. Alright, so these controls are obviously very much loose and messy, so not exactly the prettiest of things going on here. But right now I'm digging a hole backwards. The controls are based on key repeat, because I did not make a proper control system. As you can see, dynamically modified the mesh in real time, pretty much instantaneously, and this is just as real as any of the other terrain now. If I were to look in the array again, you could see that this is actually reflected in the data, and it's not just a deformation of the mesh itself. Now, you can also do up. And this is actually generating the texture as well, which you can see here, the stuff that I did. Height map. The texture is brightened, among other things, from the height map. Two-dimensional view. This will take a minute to load. Hopefully I can get it to expand all the way. There you go. Two-dimensional view is rendering each of them as a separate little pixel. Manually, this is not an image. These are real-time WPF things. This is not based on just purely a noise filter. The terrain in this is very carefully calculated by a series of things that I wrote and have been toying with. The terrain generation algorithms and whatnot are not final, but they were more than good enough for me to start working on stitching them together into a world and infinite terrain generation. And once I get the infinite terrain generation going, I'm going to firstly fix up the couple terrain types that have fallen into disuse, and then I will be adding in things like trees and placeable construction like walls and whatnot. But yeah, as you can see, this is quite a smooth and responsive engine. This is all one big mesh, all represented by a one-dimensional array, transformed in real time, very quick. And it's the same style of terrain that is found in Rust. It's, as far as I'm aware anyway, obviously I haven't seen the code for it, but it looks to be just a big one-sided mesh, but it's fixed because it's the same map. This could generate that kind of map very, very quickly and very, very diversely, and potentially infinitely once I get that part done. As well as with a lot more diversity, as many biomes as you want to program in. So, whether or not you think this is worth a damn to you, I'm sure it is at least interesting, and I hope you enjoyed seeing it as much as I've enjoyed making it. And thanks. See ya.